Hi guys, welcome back. I thought today I'd put a new meter in this Uniden Grant XL. I've got a new meter here for it. The one that's in it, even a signal that I know normally is only about 5 dB, is currently showing about 30 dB. So I'm going to take that meter out and put in a replacement meter. Alright, let's get to it. What I'm going to do first is open up the case. I'm going to pull all these screws out. There's 4 on each side. And this radio has 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and 2 on the back. So I'll pull those out and then we'll come right back to the radio. Now we're going to take the covers off. I'm going to set that top one aside. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to unsolder the wires for the meter while the meter is in place. It makes it a lot easier. Alright, we'll get the wires undone from that meter. Now what we have to do is move the other cover back because we have to take off the faceplate. Actually, let me pull the knobs off first. Because in order to get that meter out, the faceplate has to come off. So let's pull all these knobs off. When I get the faceplate off, you'll see why I had to do this. Wow, those are tough. And they're rolling around over here. That one was pretty easy. Alright, we got all the knobs off. Now I'm going to move this cover back just a little because I'm not going to disconnect the speaker because we're not going to be in here long enough to justify that. Alright, on the faceplate you get 2 screws on each side. Each side has, you see that? There's 2 screws right there. So we're going to take those out next and slide that faceplate right off. Oh, still a little too tight. Of course, I left my cordless screwdriver down in my garage. The screws with the screws. So I'm doing this by hand because it's hot as you know what outside. I'm hiding in the house today in the air conditioning. I have the AC on in the garage, but it's still warm in there. Just stiff the whole way out. Put a little bit of pressure on that one. Slide it to the edge of the disc so I can let the screwdriver overhang. Alright, we have all 4 of the screws out now. So now this faceplate should slide right off. We're going to need to flip this over. Faceplate's off, simple as that. Let's flip this thing over. Actually, let's put that cover right back in the spot where it belongs. Keep everything safe. Because now, once everything's apart, check this out. It lifts right out of there. I'm going to pull the bulb out of it. The bulb is just held in with a, I don't know what color you'd call that. It's not white, it's not clear. It's just a squishy rubber type material. Alright, so the meter is out. What I'm going to do is put the new meter right in, and I'm not going to solder it until I get this all back together. For the same reason, it's going to be a lot easier having the meter stay in place. So, that meter's back in. It's as simple as that. We have our wires right here. Make sure that they didn't get pinched anywhere. Alright, I can put the faceplate back on now too. The faceplate will also help hold that meter in place. Forgot to slide that cover out of the way. So we're going to get 2 screws in for now and then move that cover. Get that cover out of the way a little, because the cover covers those other 2 screws. If the cover will move, it's getting a little caught up on the back there. Alright, I'm going to put in the last screws into this faceplate, and we'll put the covers back on, put the knobs on, solder those 2 wires on, and see how well it works. I should have been doing this on my workbench that's across the room here, because it has a rug top, so it wouldn't scratch and it wouldn't slide around as much. Alright, hopefully we don't need to get back into this part of it. So let's put that cover, well, let's be on the safe side, and we'll just put 2 screws in it for now. Just until we power this thing up and make sure it's going to work. The hole's not quite lining up. There it is. And I'm going to put the one in the back of it. Alright, now we won't accidentally pull out the speaker wires. Alright, we need that soldering gun again. The placement of the pins is the same spot, positives on the same side, negatives on the same side as what was in here. So now we're just going to solder these wires back on. It's a thing of beauty. Looks good to me. With the wires soldered back in, the meter's all in place. Put the knobs back on here, and then we'll hook it up and test it out. Let's put that other cover on and then test this thing out. Though there's absolutely nobody on the radio right now, but we will be able to see that needle move when I key up. Alright, I want to finish putting the screws in this, and then I'll bring you back when I'm setting it up. Alright, so I got the radio all hooked back up, powered up, connected to my dipole antenna that's in my attic. Let's try keying this thing up and see if that needle moves. We're going to give it a little whistle. I think I should shut off that radio that's next to it. Let's try that again so I can see it this time. Looks like it's working to me. Alright, now let's turn the RF gain all the way down, turn on this other radio, and see how badly that meter flies over to the right. I'd say that meter is working pretty well, wouldn't you? Alright, that's it. New meter for my Uniden Grant XL. Let's turn that gain back up. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.